All right, this is version 3.0 of the Singing Sign project, which I actually realized what I'm building is a portable handheld DML karaoke machine. And once I realized that, finding widgets on AliExpress to make it happen became way easier. I'm going to go through, so everything's different from version 2.0 except for the audio player. Let me go through the different widgets. So here is the DeWalt 20 volt 12 amp hour power tool battery clone and the smart adapter. The smart adapter is smarter than I thought. It cuts off power below, I think, 15.5 volts, and it cuts off if the current goes above 30 amps. And I'm thinking with this setup, my continuous current's going to be maybe 5 amps, maybe, at peaks going up to maybe 8. So I think the battery can handle it. Next up is this silly thing. This is a slightly more expensive than $2. I think this was $8 or $9 buckboard. It's rated at 15 amps. I'm only going to need 1.5 tops, maybe 2. I like this. It comes in a cool little case, which is hopefully shielding it from being a radio antenna transmitting and switching noise. Much cleaner than the $2 board I was using, but for the hell of it, I slapped these $2 Amazon filters on the input and the output, and it's worked really well. The ripple is below 50 millivolts. I think it's actually 30 millivolts, and that's really great. And because I'm totally nuts, I added this 5.1 Zener diode. So if the board fails, the converter fails, it'll clamp the voltage at 5.1 volts and then pop this 2 amp fuse, saving my downstream components from a full 20 volt blast. Next is the new boost board. This is actually a boost buck board, and I'm really liking this guy too. It's much cleaner noise wise than I think it was a $4 or $6 version. This was $13. I like it a lot. It's a buck boost, so it's interesting. Has a standard voltage out control. Then it's got a current control, so you can limit the current if you want. I have it turned to maximum. It's 8 amps continuous, 10 amps max. And then this is a low voltage cutoff, which is interesting. So you can set this to also protect your batteries from being over discharged. There's the spider ground. I upgraded all the cables to 16 gauge from 18 and below. Everything is religiously spider grounded. Hopefully that's going to help. This stupid thing is the filter I built to hopefully remove the ripple from the power supplies and the ripple from the Class D amplifier board from ground. Ground's pretty polluted with noise because of all the different switching frequencies sneaking back along their grounds. Seems to be working. Now we have the new amp board. This is a 3251 based amp board, so I'm running at 26 volts from the boost converter, plenty of overhead. I'm hopefully setting everything up so it will run a clean less than 0.1% THD plus N at up to 50 watts RMS, so plenty of overhead. And then this thing is the karaoke preamp board, which is what's making this whole silly project infinitely easier. It's set up to take line in or USB in or Bluetooth in, and up to 2 separate microphone inputs. This is the wireless microphone receiver I've got hooked in now, and that seems to be working out. This thing is kind of silly. You can set for the voice only, or the mics only, bass, treble, reverb, and then this is mic volume and music volume, so you can mix them, adjust them on the fly. This is the master volume from the amp. That's the boring, only original bit left audio player. Now, I went through a lot of trouble trying to power the mic and the audio player with the 5-volt buckboard and eliminate the awful ground hiss that can happen. Didn't work out so great. I'm very bummed about the level of noise in the system now with these guys hooked up to the buck converter. I'll show that next in the next video. Going up, these ridiculous cables. Ignoring everybody's advice, I decided to go with the 16 gauge double insulated cables because I wanted to ground the shield separately from the signals, and I didn't want them to act as transmitters or receivers of any kind of noise. If I ever get to a final version of this, I'm going to be running a 2-volt line out up this post to a audio over Wi-Fi transmitter. So I wanted there not to be interference with that. That's the new exciters, 40 watt rated, mega bass. We'll see how that goes. That is the hole melted into the foam from the 25 watt RMS exciters I cooked earlier at version 2.0 of this project. So that's it. Yeah, lots of silliness for sure, but seems to be working. The 12 amp hour rating of the battery I've become very suspicious of. It's typical, that cheap Chinese no-name batteries way overstate their capacities. It's held together with security bits I don't have a bit for, so I can't take it apart and see what it's really made of, but I am suspicious. I was hoping this thing would run for at least 2 hours at, full blast, whatever that means, and I guess we'll see.